Hey guys, I want to make a video today for those of you who might have a brand new bow, and if you have a brand new bow, you have a brand new string, and so we won't talk about that very much. This video is for my good friend Evelyn, who has a brand new bow, and I want to talk to her about the string. Now, one thing about the string is it's made up of either 10 or 12, maybe even more individual strands. So if you let it untwist, it will come apart, and it will come apart into like 12 pieces, and then so it's hard for you to get back together again. So you need to make sure that you don't let it untwist. Okay guys, so if you completely remove the string from your bow, what you need to do is, if it needs to come off all the way, maybe you're still working on it or whatever, keep the loops together, not just close to each other, but together so that they can't turn. So if you put something in between them, be a pencil, it could be anything. Usually the kids in the class, I just have them put the string right back through there. So get it corralled like that if it comes all the way up, if you have it all the way off, so that it can't untwist on you, because you want it to keep the same twist. Okay, so if your bow is unstrung, you're not using it, it doesn't mean the string's all the way off. It can still be on the bow, but be unstrung, probably hooked on the bottom. I would hang it up like that is one way, or you could use some sort of a string keeper. This is just a piece of leather with a little slit in it. Put it over the top like that. And this isn't the only kind of string keeper there is, but this is just a real easy one. Rubber bands will work. Keep that on. Anything to keep your string kind of with your bow. Don't let it loose and don't let it untwist. All right, so I'm going to just give you a little bit closer look at putting the string keeper on. I've got a piece of leather that actually has a little slot cut in it. And so I put that over the upper limb like that, and it stays. And then I make sure that the lower limb has the string on it, and then just take it and wrap it underneath like that, under the string, and then you can just come up and do kind of a slip knot around it like that, and that'll hold it just fine. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick word on stringing your bow up, because that has a lot to do with the string and how much twist it has in it. And so you might have to especially adjust it the first time you string your bow. If you're new to it, I always teach the kids in class to use the step-through method, which you step through in between the string and the bow. You put the bow limb on your foot. Where you bend it here, you want the handle on your leg. You don't want to bend it like down here. It could damage the limb. So keep your leg on the handle, and then up here, some people I see will bend the bow and try to put the loop up over the top. I think it's easier to just bend the bow and slide the string right up the limb, just like that. And you're going to do the same thing in reverse when you're not, when you're done using it. Just go right back through. And all you got to do is push just enough to loosen that and slide it right back down. Then you can put your string keeper back on. Now, if you have a smaller bow or a lightweight bow, or maybe if you're the same age as my friend Evelyn, probably her mom and dad are going to string it for her. And it's a small bow like this one. It probably would be easier for them, rather than try to get their leg through here, just to do a simple push-pull, which you just put the lower knock on your foot and just push it and slide the string up. To take it off, push it and slide it down. You just have to be more careful this way, because you don't want this, as you're pushing, you don't want the limb to flip back on you. All right, And that's getting your bow strung up. Okay guys, so the last thing we need to make sure of with our string, that's how we can tell if it's twisting or untwisting, is the brace height. Brace height being the height from the back of the bow to the string. And so what I do is, when I'm checking a bow out, is I put my thumb on the handle, and normally to get started with, it's usually about the middle of my thumb, maybe closer to the tip of my thumb. And so the way that you adjust that brace height is to twist the string or untwist the string. And so to do that, just take it off of one end. This is a light bow, so I can use this push-pull and take one end off. And so this looked like it was a little bit low to me, so I'm going to tighten it back up a little bit. And so to do that, I will tighten the string. Now, if you look down there and start turning on it, it's going to fool you. So what you need to do is just grab right here at the end of your string and try turning in one direction or other. That gets looser. We want it tighter. So this direction goes tighter. So what I'll do is I'll just take this string and I'll give it a few turns, not too many, and then basically just restring the bow. Put the bottom back on, and then string it back up carefully with a push-pull. Okay, make sure both ends are on, and then just recheck it with your thumb, and that looks really a lot better to me. You want it to clear and not slap your wrist. And so with a smaller bow like the one Evelyn has, maybe not as high as a thumb, but you can kind of tell where it needs to be off of a smaller hand. So that's your brace height. Last thing about your bowstring. When you're out using your bow, shooting your bow, even if it's all day long, just leave it strung up, it's fine. But when you're done, at the end of the day or whenever that is, take your string off. And so you can just loosen that back up, and again, either hang it up if you're in a good place to hang it up, or just take your trusty string keeper and get it back on, put it round underneath there. Like I said, there's other kinds of these. Rubber bands will work if you get it on there right. And there you go. That's about your string. Probably everything you wanted to know and some you didn't want to know. So, Evelyn, there you go. And have fun with your new bow.